can't believe I'm in Korea. Wow, so this is my new school. This is a dream come true for me. The heir to my dad's empire doesn't make me happy. I'm always surrounded by girls. I feel empty and city. Oh my god, am I falling in love with the richest guy in the school? I can't believe that scholarship girl is getting close to me. Our parents are business partners. Is mine.
Mama, Papa, I got in. I'm going to Korea. In a quiet village in Nigeria, a beautiful girl named Ada, her life took a turn when she received a letter that would change everything. She has been awarded a scholarship to attend a prestigious high school in Korea. Yes, and not just anyhow school. It's a school known for its students that are from rich home. Ada's journey to Korea, arrival in Korea. Ada's journey to Korea began with a mixture of excitement and nervous anticipation. Her parents had managed to save enough to buy her an economy class ticket for the long flights from Nigeria to South Korea. Out from the plane, Ada navigated through the bustling airport, her senses overwhelmed by the sheer scale of everything. She clutched her mother's suitcase, a gift from her parents, as she followed the signs to the taxi stand. With her limited funds, she looked for the cheapest taxi option she could find. After a few attempts, she managed to secure a ride to her new home, a small house her parents had saved to rent for her. The taxi ride through Seoul was an eye-opening experience that couldn't help but gaze out of the window, taking in the sights of the city she has longed to see for a very long time. When the taxi pulled up to a modest building in a quiet part of the town, Ada thanked the driver and stepped out. She carried her suitcase up the stairs and unlocked the door to her small room. It was simple but clean. At a young age, Ada was fascinated by the culture and language of Korea. Thinking of traveling to Korea, now her dreams are finally coming to reality. The light of Seoul's most expensive club flickered in rhythm with the music. At the center of it all was Lee Min, the heir to $1 billion empire, effortlessly commanding attention as he laughed and chatted with his friends. Lee Min, with his good looks and magnetic presence, was used to be the center of attraction. Girls flocked around him, each trying to get a moment of his time or his smile or even just a glance. Among the sea of admirers, one figure stood out: Hannah. She was not just any girl. She was Lee Min's family friend, their parents' business partner. They had a bond that has been forged for long, and they were expected to extend it to their personal life. Hannah was stunning, with long flowing hair and an air of sophistication that matched Lee Min's perfectly. But beneath her composed exterior, there was a determination to ensure that no one else came close to her man, Lee Min. As girls tried to inch closer to Lee Min, Hannah made her presence known. She firmly redirected their advances with a practical smile and a few well-chosen words. She made it clear that Lee Min was off limits, and those who didn't heed to her warnings, she wasn't above using a more direct approach. Lee Min nodded, but his attention was already drifting away. He appreciated Hannah's loyalty, but there was an unspoken understanding between them. His heart wasn't hers to claim, despite everything their parents expected. Ada woke up to the soft light filtering through the thin curtains of her small room, the sound of Seoul street slowly entering into her consciousness. Today was the day she would start her new life at Jeon High School. Ada swung her leg out of the bed and stretched. She opened her suitcase, which was neatly packed with her clothes and personal belongings, and she took out her school uniform. She held the crisp new uniform against her chest, feeling a surge of pride. Her parents have worked so hard to buy it for her, and she was determined to make them proud. She lay out her uniform on the bed and went to the small bathroom to freshen up. The cold water splashing on her face made her fully awake. She brushed her teeth, her thoughts racing with anticipation for the day ahead. What will her classmate be like? Would they be able to keep up? Will she be able to keep up with the coursework? And more importantly, will she fit in? Returning to her room, Ada carefully puts on her uniform, smoothing out any wrinkles and adjusting the blazer. She looked at herself in the small mirror above the desk. The girl staring back at her looked both familiar and different, a symbol of her dreams and journey she was about to embark on. Satisfied with her appearance, Ada sat down at the desk and opened her diary. She has been keeping a diary since she was a little girl, writing down her thoughts and dreams. She wrote a quick entry, capturing her feelings of hope and determination. First day at Joe High School. I'm nervous but excited. This is a dream come true. I will make the most of this opportunity and make my family proud. She closed the diary and packed her school supplies, textbook, notebooks, and pen into her backpack. With everything ready, Ada took a deep breath and stepped out of her room. She made her way to Geo High School. As she pulled up to the grand gate of the school, Ada's eyes widened with amazement. The school towering buildings and perfectly manicured gardens were even more magnificent than she had imagined. Ada couldn't help but look at the scene before her. The luxury cars of every make and model lined the driveway, each one more beautiful than the last. Students came out from the vehicle dressed in pristine uniform. As she stood there, taking in the grandeur, a sleek black limousine rolled up. It was longer and more extravagant than any she has ever seen before. The door opened and out stepped a girl. Her hair flowed like silk and her designer outfit looked as if it has come straight from the runway. She was accompanied by a group of maids who rushed to her side, holding her bags and ensuring not her hair was out of place. At that watch, her mouth slightly opened as the girl walked past, her head held high. The girl named Hannah moved with the grace of royalty. Ada's heart pounded in her chest. She knew she was entering a world of wealth and privilege, but seeing it up close was overwhelming. Yet she steeled herself with determination. She had earned her place here. Limin's morning routine. The first light of dawn filtered through the massive floor-to-ceiling windows of Limin's bedroom. Limin stared in his king-side bed, the skill sheets sliding off as he stretched. A gentle knock on the door heralds the entry of his personal maid, Mrs. Kim, who had been with the family for years. She quietly set down a tray with a nutritious breakfast on the bedside table. "Good morning, young master," she said with a respectful bow. "Your parents wanted me to remind you about the board meeting after school." The man sighed. The mention of his parents always bringing up a familiar ache. They were always on business. He knew they wouldn't be home. He sat up and reached for the freshly squeezed orange juice. He slipped out of bed and made his way to the expensive walk-in closet, where rows of designer suits, clothes, and accessories were neatly organized. Today, he chose a crisp-tailored blue suit because he don't wear his school uniform. One of them handed him his watch and a set of cufflinks. Limin nodded in appreciation, fastening the cufflink with. Fully dressed and ready, he glanced at himself one last time in the mirror. Everything in place, he made his way downstairs. The mansion was quiet. Outside, the family private helicopter awaited on the helipad. The pilot, Mr. Park, greeted him with a salute. "Good morning, young master. Ready for takeoff?" Mr. Park asked through the intercom. "Ready as ever, Mr. Park," Limin replied, fastening his seatbelt. The helicopter touched down on the school private landing pad, drawing the attention of students below. Limin stepped out, his presence commanding immediate respect and admiration. His classmates and other students watched in awe as he made his way towards the entrance. Ada's first day was filled with wonder. The classrooms were equipped with the latest technology, and the library was a treasure trove of knowledge. Her classmates dressed in immaculate uniform were friendly and curious about her. They were fascinated by her stories from Nigeria and impressed by her fluency in Korea. She quickly made friends with a few girls who were eager to show her around and introduce her to the school's traditions and activities. As students of the prestigious Jeon High School hurried to their classes, Ada, her heart still fluttering with excitement over her new life in Korea, adjusted her backpack and quickened her pace. Her mind was occupied. Lost in her thoughts, Ada rounded a corner too quickly and collided with someone. Her books and papers scattered across the floor. "Oh no, I'm so sorry," she exclaimed, bending down to gather her things. "It's okay, no harm done," a deep voice replied. Ada reached for a book. A hand appeared and picked it up for her. She looked up and found herself staring into the eyes of a very handsome guy. His eyes were a warm brown, and his expression was one of surprise and curiosity. For a moment, time seemed to stand still. There was an undeniable chemistry between them, a spark that neither of them could ignore. Ada felt her cheeks flushed. "I didn't see you there. I'm so sorry." The man smiled, and it was like the sun breaking through the clouds. "No worry. Are you new here?" "Yes," Ada replied, her heart racing. "I just arrived a few days ago. My name is Ada." "Welcome to Jeon High, Ada. I'm Limin," he said, extending his hand. His touch was gentle yet firm, sending a thrill through her. "It's nice to meet you, Limin," Ada said, her voice a little breathless. They both stood there for a moment, lost in each other's gaze. The world around them seemed to fade away, leaving the two of them in a bubble of shared connection. Limin broke the silence first. "If you need any help finding your way or adjusting, feel free to ask me. I'll be happy to help." "Thank you," Ada said, her heart fluttering with joy. "I might take you up on the offer." Before they could say more, a cold voice cut through the moment. "Limin, there you are." Ada turned to see a beautiful girl, Hannah, the queen bee of Jeon High School, and Limin's self-proclaimed family friend, glaring at Ada with undisguised jealousy, an icy expression. Approaching Hannah, the queen bee. Unknown to them, Hannah, the most popular girl in school, had witnessed the entire scene. Hannah has always harbored feeling for Limi and considered him her territory. Seeing him share such a moment with Ada filled her with a burning jealousy. Limi's mood shifted slightly, but he remained polite. "Hannah, this is Ada. She is new here." Hannah's eye flickered to Ada, her smile tight and unwelcoming. "Nice to meet you, Ada," she said, her tone dripping with forced sweetness. "I hope you enjoy your time here." Ada sensed the underlying hostility, but forced a smile. "Thank you. I am looking forward to it," Ada said. As Limin and Hannah walked away, Ada couldn't help but feel a mixture of emotions. Her encounter with Limin had been unexpected and thrilling, but Hannah's reaction hinted at challenges ahead. Hannah's eyes narrowed as she turned back to watch Ada, and a smirk played on her lips. She swore to herself that she would make Ada's life at the school a living nightmare. She wasn't about to let some outsider scatter her carefully made world, especially not when it came to Limin.
Next episode on Dreams and Destinies. Once I stop thinking about Limi, why is Ada always on my mind? I think I'm falling in love